Welcome back to Science with Miss Oliver. How is everyone? Good? Great. So, we've been talking about planets for the past couple of months. We talked about every planet in the solar system. Now we're moving on to something new, something fresh, and something fun. But before we do, let's make sure we have our things in place. The first thing we want to make sure we have out is our worksheet for this lesson. This worksheet says label the body parts. You want to make sure you have out 2 pencils. And most importantly, you want to make sure you're in a quiet and calm space so you can focus and grow your brain. If you need to pause the video to get these things together, do so right here. If not, we can go to the next slide. So scholars, we are moving on to something super fun. We are moving on to our lesson where we're going to be talking about our body. So the title of this lesson is called Investigating the Body. Silent, silent, silent celebration. So the human body is made up of many, many parts. Each and every part of the body has a different function. In this video, we're going to learn about some of the most important parts of our bodies. So we're not going to learn about all of our body parts, just some of the most important parts. So jumping right into the first body part. Our head. Everyone touch your head. So our head is a part of our body. This is the upper part of our body and it contains our brain. Whew. After we have our head, on our head, we have our eyes. We have 2 eyes. With our eyes, they can help us see things. After our eyes, we have our ears. We have 2 ears, and our ears can help us hear things. After our ears, we have our nose. We only have 1 nose, and with our nose, it can help us smell things. So after our nose, we have our mouth. So we have 1 mouth and 2 lips. We have our top lip and our bottom lip. There are many teeth inside our mouth. Well, I have many teeth inside my mouth. Some of you don't. But we have many teeth inside of our mouth. With our mouth, it can help us chew food with the help of our teeth. And lastly, we have our chin. We have 1 chin. It is the lower part of our face. That's a lot of information. Let's see who remembered it. Now we're going to play our game, Name That Body Part. Are you ready? Are you ready? Say, I'm ready. I'm ready. Awesome job. Let's see. So starting off, what is this thing called? What is this thing called? That's right. It's called our head. This is the upper part of our body. And what does it contain? Our brain. Awesome job. After we have our head, what comes next? What are these things called? Our eyes, right again. We have 2 eyes. With the help of our eyes, we can see all the beautiful things the world has to offer. We can see beautiful flowers. We can see our mommies and our daddies. We can see the TV screen. We can see the computer screen. We can see everything. After our eyes, we have our, what are these things called? We have our ears. We have how many ears? That's right, we have 2 ears. With our ears, they help us hear things. We can hear the birds chirping. We can hear popcorn popping. We can hear Miss Oliver teaching this amazing science lesson. We can hear so much. After our ears, we have our, what's this thing called? Right again, we have our nose. We only have how many noses? Just 1. With our nose, it can help us smell things. We can smell fresh baked cookies. We can smell stinky trash. We can smell so many things. After our nose, we have our mouth. You're so right. I can tell you've been listening. With our mouth, we can do so many things. We can eat tasty treats. We can talk with our friends and our family. We can do so much. And lastly, we have our chin. Miss Oliver really couldn't think of anything that we can do with our chin. What about you? What can we do with our chin? We can do this. We can rest our head, but I can't really think of anything else that we can do with our. Oh, I know. We can fold towels with our chin. You know when you put the towel underneath your chin and you fold it? Okay, no. Okay. So I can't really think of anything else to do with our chins. So next time I see you, I want you to tell me what's one thing that we can do with our chin. So moving on to the next body part. We have our arms. So we have two arms and it contains our hands and our fingers. So on our arm, we have two elbows, one on each arm. Our elbows help us to bend our arms. After our elbow, we have our hands. We have two hands. We can write with our hands. We can pick up the forks to eat with our hands. We can do many other things with our two hands. And on our hands, we have our fingers. We have 10 fingers. Our fingers help us to pick things up and put things down. So guess what's next? We're moving on to our game. Name that body part. Silent celebration. Loud celebration. Woo! Name that body part. So, scholars, what is the name of this body part? These are our what? That's right. These are our arms. We have how many arms? 2 arms. And with the help of our arms, we can carry boxes. We can dance, do like this. We can do so many things with our arms. After our arms, we have our what? Our elbows. Our elbows help us to bend our arms. Without our elbows, our arms will have to be straight like this all the time. And we'll have to walk around like zombies or mommies. So our elbows help us to bend our arms. And our elbows can also help us to dance. Like, After our elbows, we have our hands. With the help of our hands, we can clap. We can pick up things. We can do so many things with our hands. And after our hands, we have our what? What were these things called? Our fingers. And how many fingers do we have? That's right. We have 10 fingers. With our fingers, we can give each other shine. We can scratch our heads, scratch our necks. We can pick our noses. Oh, we can do so many things with our fingers. Moving on to the next body part. Up next, we have our legs. We have 2 legs. Our legs help us to walk around, help us to run, help us to do many things. After our legs, we have our knees. We have 2 knees. Our knees help us to bend our legs, kind of like our elbows help us to bend our arms. After our knees, we have our foot. We have 2 feet. Our feet help our legs to walk, to run, to hop, to skip. And after our 2 feet, we have our 10 toes. So when Miss Oliver was doing this lesson, she found out something super cool. Our toes help us to keep our balance. So if you're missing a toe, your balance will kind of be off. You'll walk like this because you need all 10 toes to keep your balance. Super cool, right? Now you know what's next. Name that body part. We already know how to play this game, so just shout out, what leg? What body part is this? What body part is this? That's right, our leg. I told you the answer, so you should have got that right. Our leg. We have how many legs? 2 legs. Our legs help us to run, jump, hop. They help us to stay active. After our legs, we have our what? Our knees. And how many knees do we have? That's right, we have 2 knees. Our knees help us to bend our legs, and it can also help us to jump like a frog, hop like a bunny rabbit. It can help us to pick up boxes, because when you pick up a box, I think you're supposed to like lift with your knees and not with your back. I think that's what I heard. I don't know. After our knees, what do we have next? We have our foot. And how many feet do we have? That's right, we have 2 feet. And our feet, they can help us swim. Because when you're in the pool and you're using your arms, you also have to use your feet to keep you afloat. So if you didn't have feet, you probably wouldn't be able to swim. After our feet, we have our what? That's right, we have our toes. And how many toes do we have? We have 10 toes. So just like our chin, Miss Oliver couldn't really think of anything to do with our toes. So next time I see you, I want you to tell me what we can do with our chin and what we can do with our toes, because I couldn't really think of anything. So let's see what's next. Our video. So this is a cool song. When I saw this song, I said, oh, I gotta share this with the class because this is super fun. So I'm going to go ahead and play our video.
Head, eyes, nose, mouth, ears, chin. Arms, hands, fingers, legs, feet, toes. This is me. Here we go. My head, my eyes, my nose. This is me. My mouth, my ears, my chin. This is me. This is me. This is me. This is me.
That was super fun. Super cool. Did you get up and dance? Because I did. So that's the end of our science lesson. Investigating our body parts. I hope you learned so much about your head, your arms, your legs. I hope you learned so much. So I'll see you next time. Bye.